goodness, I was so close to doing it again. Happy Thursday and welcome to the Jingle Jacqui Live Show. Before we kick in and get started with what is to come, I have a good night in store for you guys. Let me back up so you can see the top of my head. Okay, there we go. Excuse the fact that I once again forgot to turn on my microphone, but at least I caught it 5 seconds in instead of like a minute in. So, you know, baby steps in the right direction. All right, guys, so here we go. I know people are still getting in right now, so welcome to the show. My name is Jackie Allsbrook. I go by Jingle Jacqui for many reasons. I love making my own songs that are serious, that are ridiculous. I love jingling everything when I talk to my children who are 6 and 8, and yes, sometimes that can make them angry, but it's wonderful and much more fun to sing about it, than to, get angry. So anyway, now as we kick in, I've got this will now be at the beginning of each of my shows if I ever remember to get my volume up. So enjoy this really quick.
Jackie, 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 Jingle Jacqui.
There's my new intro song. Oh, we got Lenny on here. Yay! You're my TP. Yes, let's go. Because I can't wait, Lenny, for you to hear my song. Guys, my friend Lenny and I, we were in a band called The Accepted Time way back when. I don't even know what year we started/stopped, Lenny. I think we started in 2008 or 2009. We did original music that I had written, and then we had written some stuff together with our friend Lisa, who should totally be on these shows sometimes. One day I'm going to get Lisa on here. But I see my husband is on here and he already started answering comments. So guys, if you're watching right now, leave a comment with your name. I will give you a shout out, give you a holla. That is my favorite thing about these live shows, is connecting with you. Also, if you were here last week, God bless your soul. I watched it back because I try to improve the show every single week, and man, I was weary. I was not feeling well. I made it very clear that I was sick. I was unable to record any music for last week, so I did my top 10, and you guys are just awesome. Thanks for hanging in with that. I know that my countenance was down. There was like no energy in my conversation at all, but it was really good to have you there. So comment if you're watching. I'll give you a holla. I love finding out who's on. I love meeting new people and seeing what's up. And Lenny, I don't think you've met Jeremiah, so you can meet each other now here on YouTube Live. Hey! Also, before we move forward, I want to give a huge thank you to my current patrons. We've got Jean Marie, Paige, Anna, Diane/Mom. We've got Lisa, Fran, Linda, Paul, Peggy, Elizabeth, Ral, and Kim. Thank you guys so much for supporting what I do. This keeps me going. This is my job now. So I thank you so much. In order to put out the amount of content that I do each week, I need your help. So please pray about joining my team of patrons. You get exclusive voting rights, you get exclusive merchandise, and you get early access to all of my music videos. Plus, we get more community, which is super fun. Yay, Elizabeth! Yes, she said she loves the shirt. Thy mother. You guys, I'm going to touch up on this a little bit later, but this is the old English way to say your mom. So you're welcome, adults. If you want to just walk around saying your mom to everyone you pass without saying it and want to be a true child at heart, sport the shirt. These will be for sale eventually. All right, so I'm going to do some announcements and then we'll get into this. Nice to meet your digital face, Lindsay. Yes, she was in the band with me, and she is an amazing photographer. So guys, check out it's Lindsay Ann Snyder here on YouTube. I don't know if you have your photography here on YouTube, Lenny, but you can post your link to that in here too. All right, so go to my website for all of my content and to sign up as a patron if you'd like to for as low as $5 a month. Link is right here, JingleJacqui.com. That's also where you'll see my exclusive merch for patrons. Also, this week's song, I have a little script here so I don't lose track of what I'm saying. Very easy for me to do because I get very excited to see people on here and I love commenting back. Okay, so this week's song is Safe Together. That's what it's called. It's an original that I wrote, and the reason why I've been doing a lot of worship covers, the reason why I'm putting this one in here is last week was Jeremiah's birthday. Hey! And since we're one flesh, and I'm going to do half of our anthem chant, one flesh. Okay, now on the other end where Jeremiah is, I'm sure he did it right back. He goes like this. That way between this and this, we make a hashtag, and we normally hashtag bump and say one flesh at the same time. since we are one flesh. It was technically my birthday as well, so, you know, pretty cool. Either way, Jeremiah is phenomenal. If you haven't met him, you should meet him. I wish I could duplicate him and let him be a husband to all y'all because he's just phenomenal. I saw some of your work with Queen Tay-Tay. Awesome stuff. Wait, who's Queen Tay-Tay, babe? Were you talking about me? I don't actually know. But either way, we have that. So that's up and coming in just a minute. We also have the allsbrookfamily.com. That's me and my husband's blog, and it is going to be a podcast. We've been through a lot together, lots of faith, lots of trials, lots of trauma, lots of wonderful joys, blended family, divorce, remarriage, blah-de-blah, all the things. We've probably been through it. So we blog about it and tie in our faith with all of it in scripture and how God has brought us through and kept our faith and hope high. Oh, Taylor Swift. I thought, babe, I'm sorry. I feel actually really ashamed of myself right now. I thought you were referring to the accepted time, which I was like, why Tay-Tay? Okay, yeah, Taylor Swift, which Lenny even called her that in all of her posts. So Jeremiah is just keen and very observant. This is lopsided because it's mirrored. Okay, there we go. Everything is mirrored with what I'm looking at, so it's not accurate. And then my last my last announcement was about my Thy Mother shirts available for sale in the future. It's up and coming, but that's also in my videos. So before I show you my song, Safe Together, which I'm so excited about, guys, thank you for joining to watch it. I wanted to ask you, what's your drinky? That is something I ask every single week. I typically use this Uncle mug, which came with the territory of my bearded, wonderful husband. And tonight, I'm drinking Earl Grey tea. Last week was a disgusting, awful turmeric latte, or turmeric. It may as well be turmeric because it would cause tumors to my throat because of how gross it was. Tonight is Earl Grey, and I love Earl Grey. So thank you, Earl Grey. And for those of you who know who Old Greg is, I still like to call my Earl Grey tea Old Greg. I'm Old Greg. And then last but not least, before the video, this is the last stop, I've got the joke of the week. Oh, where did it go? Okay, here we go. What's an egg's favorite vacation spot? All right, guys, let that sit for a minute. Let the egg scramble in your head. Moose tracks, babe. Guys, my husband has an ice cream problem. In light of his birthday and celebrating my wonderful husband, whom I love with all my heart, every single night that we do not have ice cream in the freezer, he says anew, as if this has never happened, I really like ice cream. It's becoming a problem. But, I'll take that. I'll take it because I've been through worse. So I'll take an ice cream addict. That works out great. My dream is to know how you do your glorious space buns. I should actually do a tutorial about this. I would do that right now, but I don't think it would take some time. I will make a tutorial on how I do my space buns because I'm pretty proud of it. I actually went to Disney and the cast at Disney asked me how I did my buns, and that's how I knew I had arrived. So yay, thank you for asking. It's a bit chunky but delicious nonetheless. And that was not in reference to my space buns. That was my husband referencing his ice cream. All right. Oh, yeah. So anyway, joke of the week. Oh, my gosh. What is an egg's favorite town? What is an egg's favorite vacation spot? Mobby. What is an egg's favorite vacation spot, everybody? Are you ready? New York City. Get it? Yolk. Y-O-L-K. Because chicken. Please make a video. They are the epitome of signature Jackie hair. I will totally do it. I promise you, it's going to happen. I'll put it on this Jingle Jacqui channel as a featured video. All right, now that I've gotten the awful joke out of the week, let's hope that I get the audio working. I took extra measure to make sure that microphones were off and on in the right places, so we should be okay moving forward. And without further ado, guys, in light of my husband, whom I love dearly, his birthday, he turned 34, and he is amazing. I love him with all that I am. Stay tuned after the song to get the behind the scenes and the why behind the song that I wrote. There's therapeutic stuff in there. There's stuff referencing proactiveness in abuse survivors, and there's a lot of referencing to my wonderful husband and how great he is. So stay tuned. I would love to hear what you have to say after that. And Yeah, I don't have questions for you to answer. Oh yeah, my question for you to answer while these are playing is, what does it mean to you to have safety in a relationship? How does that look? What does that look like to you? Please answer, because I'm going to be asking that after these videos are done. All right, guys, I love you so much. Man, he's old. Ouch. Man, that's my sister-in-law. I can't support that statement. He's a young, supple stag. That's the male deer, right? A stag? I don't know. All right, here we go. This is the song. I'm going to turn off things. Give me just a moment to pull it up, and it should work. I'll see you guys after the videos are over. Love you so much.
It is time for our first ever.
No, none of that. No, none of, I did all the wrong things. Okay, so at least I'm still here. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. I did a faux interview with myself. Okay, entertain me and watch this awful faux interview that I did with Past Jackie first. So I'm gonna hand it over to this 1.5-minute long interview. Then finally, you're actually going to see this music video. Okay, here we go. Just 1 second as I get this pulled up.
It is time for our first ever and hopefully weekly interview with past Jingle Jacqui. So I'd like to introduce to you Jingle Jacqui from this past Tuesday afternoon. Jingle Jacqui, come say hi.
This is former Jackie on Tuesday afternoon, reporting live on Tuesday afternoon to you all on Thursday evening.
Oh, how very interesting. So you just finished recording the videos to Safe Together. Can you explain your experience going through the recording of the video footage? 3 words to describe your experience doing this.
I'd say hot, I would say fun, and I would say sleepy. Those are my 3 words. Thank you for asking.
Past Jingle Jacqui, I can't help but notice you have those adorable acoustic guitar earrings. Not sure if you noticed my golden music treble clef earrings that I absolutely love. I personally made these. Did you make those acoustic guitar earrings?
Yes, funny you ask. I did actually make these guitar earrings indeed.
Well, I'm just dying to know, how on earth do I get myself a pair of these masterpieces?
Also funny you ask again. You can get these on my website or by becoming a patron of mine for as little as $5 a month. These are exclusive to the Jingle Jacqui people.
All right, are there any last words that you have for me and our live viewers tonight on the Jingle Jacqui Live Show?
If you liked hearing an original song by me, let me know. Would you rather see me do more covers, more original songs, more mainstream music, more worship, more mashups? Tell me what your favorite stuff is, because I will respond and give the people what they want.
Let me sing this out for you, since I say it all the time. My love, you're perfect, and I'm lucky you're mine. Each day that passes is like a vortex of time for us to be together and build our lives. What did I do right to live somebody like you, somebody like you, who loves like I do? We vow to love forever. I trust you, I cherish your heart. Right here we are safe together. With all that I am, dear, love all that you are, and I'm so grateful to be the one who holds your heart. Time stands still as I think about our love. It grows every day, but still I can't get enough. What did I do right to land somebody like you, somebody by my side. You, somebody like you, who loves like I do, without you in love forever. I trust who you are. I cherish your eye. Right here we are safe together. Somebody like you, who loves like I do, without you in love forever. I trust who you are. I cherish your eye. Right here we are safe together. Right here we are safe together. Right here we are safe together. Subscribe to me. Won't you subscribe to me? Won't you help feed my family? My kids need to Won't you subscribe to me?
Hey everybody, welcome to Jackie's Closet, episode number 12, where I get to unpack for you, very joyfully and very excitedly, one of my favorite originals that I've ever written to date, Safe Together. This is a song that I wrote for my husband. However, he was not my husband yet. We were dating online at the time. We had met on eHarmony. I lived in Florida. He lived in North Carolina. Within 3 months, he came out and visited me and my daughters. And then he had to go back home. And I immediately booked a flight to meet his family the following week or two later and surprised him. And a month later, I wrote this song for him because the agonizing feeling of being separated from somebody that I loved kind of inspired me to write this song for him and surprised him with it for Valentine's Day in 2021. Little did I know that a month later, he will have sold his house and moved out to Florida and rented an apartment, and we would be married within 3 months after that. And you know what, even if I didn't know it, I still would have felt very sick to my stomach knowing I was separated from my future husband. That's just what happens sometimes when you date long distance. So there is what is coming. Before I get into all of that, I'm Jingle Jacqui. So nice to meet you guys. If you haven't watched any of these yet, I am a musician. I've been a worship leader my whole entire life. I've written a lot of songs on my own that are very David-esque, but doing this at home and covering people's stuff acoustic with 30 million background vocals is actually something I love doing more than like anything else. So welcome to my channel. Please boop the subscribe button right now if you haven't done it yet, and you will see a lot of creative covers, just things you wouldn't even imagine, with 10 million harmonies, all acoustic. I get to do it all, and it's so much fun. I guarantee you will like what you hear if you are a fellow musician. Secondly, I made this shirt, you guys. It is an oversized tee. It says, "Thy mother." It is the old English way of saying your mom, but it doesn't sound rude. I am 35 and I say your mom all the time as a very mature adult response to basically anything anybody says to me. These will be for sale soon. For as low as $5 a month, you can join my Patreon team. I always give them shout outs every Jingle Jacqui Live Show. You can head to my website, JingleJacqui.com, to hear all of my work, see all of my music videos, and to visit my Patreon account or even just donate through PayPal. Let's go into my video, Safe Together. Now, the reason why I worded it this way, there's so much I could say on this. It's not just physical safety, guys, although that is very extremely important in a relationship. If you are not in a physically safe relationship, get out. And people who know people who are not in physically safe relationships, you might get frustrated thinking, why aren't they getting out? I have been in this situation before. It's not easy. What happens is you try to get away from somebody like that and they make your life a living hell. So for those people who are watching loved ones in physically unsafe relationships, the worst thing you could ever do is give them ultimatums, put pressure on them to choose you or the person that's treating them unsafely. I could go on this forever. The thing somebody needs most who is an abuse survivor is they need to know that they have somewhere to go when they finally break things off with their abuser. So be that person, be it for them. Having been somebody who's been through this before, you don't even notice. You don't until it's way too late. And then it's almost difficult because you've been isolated from friends and family by your abuser. They do it on purpose. That way they are your source and your supply, the damage. And then you feel bad because you hurt your friends and your family. So you feel unworthy to come back. Okay, so that's a whole thing as to not necessarily why I've called this song Safe Together. We can find ourselves emotionally unsafe with our partners. And I had been through that time and time again up until I met Jeremiah, to the point that I thought I would sabotage our relationship because he was a safe person. I was used to unsafe people, but I had learned from a very young age that abuse is okay. People having authority over me is okay, who have no right to have authority over me. Statistically speaking, most abuse survivors have been through this as children too, and that's how you find yourself in these situations. It feels familiar, and there's comfort and familiarity, and it's just kind of brainless, so it just happens. It repeats until you go for help. Keep in mind, all my life, for the most part, I have loved Jesus with all my heart. I just didn't know. I had no idea. So people, know your stuff. Go to therapy. So when I met Jeremiah on eHarmony, he had been through some things similarly to me, and he had also been in counseling and therapy. So that was my first sign that he had already put an effort to work on himself after his trauma. So not only was he trudging through these hardships and honoring God, but he was still serving God after everything he'd been through, just like me. So I felt off the cusp, or off the cuff, whatever, that he would be a safe person I could trust. As time went on, I was up and down when we were getting to know each other. At one point, we had decided we would be a thing. And I recanted the next day and was like, no, I can't do it. I can't like have a label. I can't have a title. He wanted to go at my pace. He put no pressure on me to have a title, to have a label in our relationship, to be dedicated solely to him, although secret, I was. I just didn't want the title because I was freaking out because all of my experiences up to that point, that title came with agony and heartbreak and hurt and pain. So I just didn't want that with him. His consistency in just being there for me, he would hear me out. He wouldn't try to change who I was. He wouldn't try to lord his wisdom over me because he respected the wisdom I had. So I learned over time, for the first time with a man, what it is to be emotionally safe. So if some people are in the middle of a dating life or praying about a certain somebody to be your husband, here are some of the things that I kept in mind while Jeremiah and I were getting to know each other. One of the first things was, if I marry him and he stays the way he is right now as I'm getting to know him and never changes, will I be happy with that? I was able to say yes. If he stays exactly as he is, I don't have a list of all the things I wish he would drop in order to be my husband. If you don't love them as they are and want them as they are until your very last breath, do not marry the person. Don't do it. And vice versa. If the person you're with is looking at you as a project with a list of things that needs to be fixed, perhaps it's true, but that person probably shouldn't be with you either if they're expecting this laundry list to change. Second thing, do they reciprocate the love that you have for them? In my song, I wrote in there, and it's kind of odd, but I was very intentional about the way I worded the song. Somebody like you who loves like I do. And that was important to me because in all of my relationships, I loved so big. I was like, I love him so much, so this is surely it. I've never loved somebody like this before. I'm supposed to marry him. But little did I realize I had to have that reciprocated back to me in order for my heart to be safe. It's actually extremely important that you are met with the same love, the same passion, even if it looks different, but the same fervor behind it. You know what I'm saying? Also, I started the song with, let me sing this out for you, since I say it all the time. And I would tell Jeremiah all the time, you're perfect. And I knew he wasn't perfect. I mean, blah, blah, blah. We already know this stuff. What I was trying to imply is that he was perfect for me. He was the one I prayed and fasted for the majority of my life. And he was perfect for me. He just is. I could go down a list of reasons why. So I wanted to sing it out for him since I always say it. But, now I'm going to sing it. My love, you're perfect, and I'm lucky you're mine. The reason why I did this song this week is because it was Jeremiah's birthday last week. He turned a grand young 19. Just kidding. He's 34. He looks like this because I have a pair of earrings with his face. That's my husband. I can wear them. But it was his birthday, and I got sick, and I couldn't even do the song for him last week. So this was his birthday commemoration or something like that. And for our anniversary, I will do our wedding song. So guys, remember, check out my website, JingleJacqui.com. Please consider becoming a patron and supporting my Thursday night live shows. I give a shout out to all my patrons every single time I go live. Also, remember, tune in every single Thursday for Jingle Jacqui Live. Visit me and my husband's website, theallsbrookfamily.com, and you could see our blog together. And go ahead and boot that subscribe button here on YouTube. Watch all my videos. The more watch time I get, the more subscribers I get, the more chances I have to monetize this and support my family by doing this at home. Guys, it's an honor. I love you so much. I can't wait for next week's song. It is going to be Goodness of God. That's been a high requested one. So finally, it is time for that. All right, guys, I love you so much. Have a great week. I'm going to hand this right back over to myself as per usual. So Jingle Jacqui, go on, take the reins, take us away. And guys, thanks for watching. It is time for our first ever
Jacqui.
I just had a myriad of wrong things that I pressed. But you know, why not? Let's just go for this again.
Jacqui, 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 Jingle Jacqui.
I should just play it like, oh, I had my microphone on the whole time, so you got to hear that like echoed with some amboise. In case you don't know what amboise is, that is my Old English / French way of saying ambiance. So enjoy the angelic choir Jackies all over the place, just surrounding you with that song. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my music video. I'll go back and read. I know that Jeremiah, my husband, had answered my original question. What does the term emotion, or what did I say? What was the question? What does safety look like for you in a relationship? And so my husband wrote, to answer your question above, I'd say a big component for me is trust. There is a lot more to that, but safety can't exist without it. I'd say that is a great starting point for sure. And yeah, I agree, there's a lot more to it. But if you don't have trust, there is no safety in a relationship. And I know Jeremiah has his own story, but I have my own as well. And it's not just in relationships with the opposite gender. It could be with parents, it could be with friends, it could be with siblings, teachers, pastors, oh my gosh, that's a big one. BT dubs. One of my blog posts on the allsbrookfamily.com, up and coming, I'm not sure if it's going to be the next post I put up, because it's a big one. I'm going to post about when is spiritual authority being abused. So it might be titled something a little bit differently, but man, there is so much spiritual abuse in churches, in homes. It's just all over the place, and it sickens me and it makes me so sad. And I've been the recipient of this, and I'm sure all of you watching this have been there, done that as well. So, but when we go on to trust and pastors and authority figures, if you can't trust the person, there is no safety in that relationship, even if they're claiming to be someone listening to the Lord. If someone's listening to the Lord, they're going to respect your free will the same way God respects people's free will. Does not mean it's necessarily right what you're choosing to do, but there is no forced pressure to do exactly what the authoritarian / dictator is demanding you do to prove your allegiance to God. Oftentimes, people are wrong. If you're living scripturally and biblically and doing what it says, I could go on a whole tangent here. Okay, so let's see what other comments we've got here. Livy, thank you. She said that she liked the song, so thank you so much. And then, Elizabeth wrote mutual respect. Yes. So just because you respect somebody and you look up to them and want to have time with them, it does not mean it's reciprocated. And if it's not reciprocated, it is not safe. It's not safe. I mean, that doesn't mean like run away and block the person, but that does mean like put some healthy boundaries around your heart and your feelings. That way you're not overcommitting to somebody who would never reciprocate that to you. So I love that. Mutual respect. That definitely helps. All right, I think we're done, guys. Like I announced in Jackie's Closet episode number 12, next week is going to be Goodness of God, which I'm really excited about. And this video, Safe Together, will be live on, not live, I keep messing up the words. My video, Safe Together, will be public on YouTube on Saturday at 12:30 in the afternoon. Also on my website, JingleJacqui.com. Remember, check out all the things. Boop the subscribe, I can't even talk. Boop the subscribe button. If you have not done that yet, every subscribe helps me. Please, please, my first goal is 1,000 subscribers. That's when I can monetize my channel. It's everyone's goal, but I'm in it, guys. I'm committed, and I'm in it for the long haul. So if you know people who appreciate harmonies, music, acoustic, blah-de-blah-blah, or even just creative covers, Goodness of God is going to have a lot of harmonies next Thursday. Also, the following week, the Thursday after the Thursday, I am so beyond excited to let you know I will be covering my first full-length Disney song. So it is a tie right now between Into the Unknown from Frozen 2 and A Whole New World from Aladdin. And guys, it's going to be a legit cover, acoustic with a whole bunch of harmonies. I can't wait. So this stuff is not just for people who believe in God, although that's great. I'm going to talk about him and incorporate that into all of my live shows and into all of my Jackie's Closets, and everything I do is for him. But I am going to do ridiculous stuff as well and fun things. All right, guys, if you have any last minute comments or questions, now is the time to speak, or else you will forever hold your peace for the next 7 days. And I will once again give a shout out to my current patrons. I love you so much, and I'm blessed by your support. Jean Marie, Paige, Anna, Diane/Mom, Lisa, Fran, Linda, Paul, Peggy, Elizabeth/Libby/sister-in-law, and Ral and Kim. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in live, and tell your friends. Bring a friend next week, and I will see you